Do something with your life. Do something with your life. Do something with your life.
Back to the payoff of debt number one. Let's say in February you can put $100 towards the debt because you stopped eating out or you chose this was a more useful gift than an oversized teddy bear and flowers your significant other would throw to the side or put in a vase to die for Valentine's Day, because I'm not a big flowers person. Just going to point that out. So now you're going to throw a snowball that is valued at $100 at this debt. This extra payment, and I'll just go ahead and enter it. This extra payment has moved our debt number one payoff up to July of 2017. And I will make sure I scroll down so you can see that. Boom. Right there. We can now finish off this debt because if we look ahead to April of 2017, the balance of $20.96, we know if we pay that $21, I'm just going to round up for ease of math, plus 10 for a 10, which would have been the minimum payment for that particular month, for a total of $31, we would pay off our debt number one in March of 2017. And that is exactly what we are going to do. Now, don't stop. We want to move and focus on debt number two. I do want you to celebrate a little bit that you just paid off a debt that you originally were not supposed to pay off for quite some time. You weren't supposed to pay this off until November of 2017, except now you've paid it off in 3 months instead of 11 months. So please be proud of this accomplishment that you have, and I want to keep that momentum going. We will use the minimum payment of debt number one, which was $10, and officially add it to our snowball to start paying off debt number two. We want to stay focused and continue to grow everything. We want to continue to throw everything at our debts. So you keep grinding, and if you are able to put that $100 again into your debt snowball, and now you have the minimum payment from the paid off debt number one, your snowball is officially valued at $110. Again, an expensive ass snowball. We will simply fill in a 0 for January and February of 2017 for debt number two because we were not focused on them at all while paying off debt number one. Remember, all we did was make the minimum payments. So we're going to enter 0 and 0. But if you look at what we paid in March of 2017 to pay off debt number one, we only paid $31. So this means we have $69 left over to throw at debt number two for March of 2017. And come April of 2017, we will have the full $110 snowball we just calculated to throw at it in full. Now, the original payoff date for debt number two is October of 2019. We have to go down like quite a ways. Look at that. That's when this would have been paid off. Did I pass it? Of course it did. Nope. Oh, I didn't. You're gonna get all the blooper reels here. I'm trying to get this just. Okay, so the original debt payoff for debt number two is October 19, as you can see there. But let's see what happens when we throw the extra $69 in March in there. So it moves our payoff date up, and I want you to be able to see this. So we've moved that payoff date from October 2019 up to February of 2019. So now in April, we attack debt number two with our full snowball, which is $110. That alone moves the payoff date up a full year to February of 2018. As visible right there. For May, we will only need to pay the balance of June 2017. Make sure you guys can see this here. So the balance for June 2017 is $75 plus the minimum we would pay in June of $10 for a total of $85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. This $85 snowball thrown at debt number 2 in May pays off debt number 2. And hopefully you guys can see this. I don't want to make it so close that you can't get like the bigger picture there. But you just paid off 2 debts in such a short amount of time than what they were expected. I mean, you were only 5 months into the year of 2017. You would have already paid off 2 creditors on your list. So you should be extremely proud about that. Now, we're going to do the exact same thing we did to debt number 2 when we paid off debt number 1 to debt number 3. Meaning we only needed $85 of our $110 snowball in May of 2017 to pay off debt number 2. So that leaves $25 we can throw at debt number 3 in May of 2017 as well. Let us do that. And let me show you here. When we do this, the original debt number 3 payoff debt of June 2018 has now moved to May of 2018. And I'll just simply show you the May part here. So now we can see that it's in May. It's expected to be about paid off. Now, we are going to enter 0 in the months of March to January to May of 2017 since we ignored this debt as we paid off debt number 1 and debt number 2. Because remember, we are only going to focus on one at a time. Now, I want you to stay with me here, okay? What is the new value of our snowball? Well, we paid off debt number 1, right? And now we have the debt number 1 minimum payment, which was $10, and the minimum payment for debt number 2, which is another $10, plus the $100 we have agreed to throw at our debt each month to give us a total value of $120 for our snowball. Now that we're throwing this much bigger $120 snowball at debt number 3 in June of 2017, it moves the payoff date up to December of 2017. And let's just scroll down. You'll be able to see at the end of the year, you pretty much almost have that debt paid off. So again, look ahead. And in August, it shows a balance of $89. If we round up to 90 and pay this plus the $25 minimum payment that would be due in August of 2017 as well, we get $115. So we are going to throw this $115 at debt number 3 in July 2017, and we will totally pay off debt number 3 in this month. This only leaves $5 over from our initial $120 snowball. But again, we want to put that towards debt number 4 in 2017 in the same month that we just paid off debt number 3. I know it's an extremely small amount, but remember, we are trying to stay consistent. It's all about the behavior that is going to help us win. We need consistency. So it won't really move up the payoff itself, but regardless, we're going to stay consistent. So we have $5 left over. So we're going to go here to July of 2017, and we're going to enter our $5.